Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And this is the kind of game college football fans love because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the 49ers will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So SMU's offense has the ball first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Mustangs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of sticks.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Steps away. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
Start offense.
So the decision. been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Got a man. It's Austin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
On the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, 49ers.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
With the catch, it's Knight. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Already a solid start after this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Mustangs. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look at it. Man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Give out of the gun. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Got the first down and more. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. The 49ers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill.
Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Charlotte. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 13 over Buffalo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Rush is on him. He's going to take off. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Well, welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Mustangs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Surging forward on the sneak. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And the 49ers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple yards.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Goes to the option. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can all...
Turning it on! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Got room to work. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give on the option. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Hawkins. Grabbed over the middle, it's Knight. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Caught, close to the marker, it's Singleton. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Mustangs will have it first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The option look. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the 49ers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Harrell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Now adjusting. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but his defense forces a fourth down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
On the option. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Rides the back and leaves it. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Nicholas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the 49ers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 49ers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Slithers into space. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. And the 49ers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Motion from the wideout. He'll pull it down. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Looking downfield, it's Harrell. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got it behind the line. It's Austin. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. Pressure coming, and the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Try to get it to the edge. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the uprights. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Under fire. The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Right down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Stokes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. After the penalty, they'll snap it on 3rd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Dropping back, it's Harrell. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. They'll operate out of split backs. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And the 49ers send out the punt unit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's Cooper. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The play action fake, buying some time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
As a quarterback, I used to love four-vert, right? If it's zone, you're trying to hit one of the guys running down the seam. If it's man, you have an opportunity maybe to hit one of the outside guys based on whatever your best matchup is. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between...
There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The 49ers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Looking for space. It's Stokes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. A 46-yard gain celebration. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
Now, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You